Okay, I guess we're recording. Hello, everybody. How you doing? I want to go ahead and make this video. This is my first time going to do a reaction to a video that I think is going to be funny, and I think I could go ahead and put my 2 cents in. Just happy I got my new microphone. It's the Talk Pro from J Labs. It was 150 actually, and I just want to test it out. So we're gonna go ahead and do a reaction on a YouTuber called Bring Halo Back. The 343 launch Halo 3 ODST PC Early. So, if I'm not mistaken, this is kind of ridiculous to realize what it is. So, let's go ahead and watch it. Bring with me. I kind of watched it earlier, but I want to try to keep it up with people and see how it is. So, without further ado, this is going to be a very long video. It's 22 minutes. Woo! All right, let's get some commentary going on and let's go. Yo, um, I don't want to make fun of a person doing their intro like that, but dude, are you okay? You probably was trying to make a an intro, but are you okay, man? This is kind of ridiculous. I think if you calm down just a little bit, I think everybody will kind of. I don't know. To me, I think you're hurt, and I don't know how you're gonna deal with it. But let's go. Kind of loud in my ear though. Let's bring it down just a little bit. Tell me how my mic going. I think I'm pretty good, dude. I hope you're okay. Like I'm dead serious. I hope you're okay. Like I hope. Want to do this video because I ain't seen why I do this one, so I guess I'll be like one of the cats. I guess, dude, you gotta be alright. I want to let the video play because I know a lot of cats are like he get mad because if the video don't play fully, then it's not good. So let's keep on
Well,
going.
they did it again. If you're not already aware, the other night 343 had shadow dropped Halo 3 ODST on PC, and along with that came Season 3 and the updates to the shot registration in Halo 3.
Okay, so apparently he's mad because he there was a shadow drop on a game. Now I did see his first video, and I think Griffin Gaming did a well. I don't think I know Griffin Gaming did a reaction to it, but in this situation, there's a shadow drop. He's upset about the shadow drop because it came 12 hours earlier, and I guess with Halo ODST, it came an hour earlier. Technically, it came out on time because it's technically 12 o'clock somewhere. So if you're thinking about the whole entire world, it's 12 o'clock somewhere, man. So was it really a shadow drop? Don't know. But I don't know why you're upset about a shadow drop. But it's supposed to be good. I don't know. Let's just keep on going.
Now, you would think 343 might have learned their lesson after releasing Halo 3 early. But apparently that's not the case. Apparently they don't care.
I don't think 343 doesn't care. I think this is actually good for the community because I used to play Halo a long time ago. I wasn't good. Apparently, I probably suck compared to him. But honestly, to me, a shadow drop for a game is actually pretty good. I mean, there's games that you could download on PC, and then when it comes out, you can actually play it. So I just don't see how his reason is. I really don't understand how come he's mad because the game got released. I see his point, and I just can't comprehend why the game. I mean, he get mad for the game. I get all his points and I understand, but it doesn't make sense to me. But let's just keep on watching.
About other people's schedules. They don't care that you made plans to play the game right at launch. It doesn't matter to them. They just release it early and say, go fuck yourself.
Um, as far as scheduling, um, I understand where the scheduling come from, but at the same time, you should be ready for anything because schedules change. So, like, let's say if I went to supposed to go to my if I was going out of town, I'm scheduling for that out of town. I'm getting ready for it. So the scheduling is on me to make to go out of town. So I just don't see how he works. I mean, how he didn't schedule for this game. He, I mean, I get where he's saying he trying to schedule off for work to play the game, but dude, the game is not like the game is not in short releases. It's multiple copies because it's on the PC and you can download it. So it's not like you're missing out on a copy. I just don't get that part. So you're not missing out on a copy. You still got time to play. There's tons of copies apparently because you can buy it, download it. You can buy it as many times as you want. You can still download it. Up to you.
That's pretty much it. It blows my mind that they did this again. After 343 had removed the cop nameplate from MCC, I considered quitting Halo right then and there.
So you're mad because somebody released a game with a shadow drop, and you're so upset that you want to quit the game. I mean, that's on you. I get it. Wow, my first reaction, and this sucks. We're only doing like 2 minutes. Like 2 minutes, 1 minute 42 seconds. I don't know how you do it, Griffin. I don't know.
But now I think I've had enough. They released Halo 3 on PC early. Not everybody was happy about that. But 343 doesn't care about everybody. They care about one side. Not everybody was happy when they removed the cop nameplate from the game. Honestly, most people wanted it to stay, from what I've seen.
Um, like I said, is their decision to keep that in the game or take it out? They got reasons to do that, but at this time, I'm like trying to figure out why. But I'm not even trying to figure out why. I guess a lot of people mad because they took off the nameplate or something like that. I haven't played Halo in a long time, so I'm not sure. Um, to me, if it played like a Halo game, it plays like a Halo game. I don't think that will change anything. Is this a game? In my opinion, some people live by the game and some people don't live by the game. So I guess it's whatever. If you're mad about that and other people mad about that, I guess I get it. But let's move on. This is a long video. It's 22 minutes.
But 343 only cares about one side. And it's a problem. So,
How's the problem where everybody is on this one side? This is like you and somebody else is on the other side, and you're mad about them releasing the game out on platform where everybody is excited. I just don't understand. I mean, I could buy the game now because there's not short supplies, but let's just keep on going.
yeah. Um, Now, from here on out, I don't think I'm going to be playing any more Halo. I think I'm done.
So there's a video I made on this channel that I say I was done with Twitter. Not Twitter, pardon me, Twitch. I was done with Twitch. And my reason because I was done with Twitch is because they just watch that video on I'm not gonna link it, but just go to my channel, watch it. There it go into depth. But I think my reason for me to quit Twitch is a lot better than him for Shadow Drop. I feel like there's not really free speech on that platform anymore, and they kicking people off for unnecessary reasons, and they're not being fair. Where people getting away with a lot of things, and to me, I think that's just me dropping off the platform of Twitch, and it's just is ridiculous. They go one way, but they want to get mad at other. They got people false flagging people if they're not doing anything. But when it comes down to him, he's just not going to play Halo just because of the shadow drop. Honestly, telling you the truth, dude, this is the reason why people calling you entitled. I'm looking at your picture, dude. The reason why they calling you entitled is because it's not because you want a game, it's because you want a game going your way. That's what entitlement is, because a lot of people thought this was a great idea. You and some other people don't think so. You and another person, so that's two people. So two people out of a whole bunch of people that download it is happy about the shadow drop, but you're not mad. So that's where you're entitled about. So yes, you are an entitled person who want the game to release on a certain day just because you was off. But hey, that's real life, man. Hate to say it. I work a job and I can't have. I try to have free time, but when something happens, it happens. Let's keep on going.
Yeah, this you can only make.
Quick thing. I'm sorry for interrupting him. I Halo ODST. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, tickle. Halo OGS, Halo ODST. To me, I didn't enjoy it, so I'm not caring about the game. But let's go on.
So many mistakes. And I mean, 343 is way over that limit. It's just, it's not okay anymore. It hasn't been for a long time. And
Do you have some type of beef with 343, dude? If you don't like the developer in the first place, then don't support them. Let your money talk. But the thing is, a lot of people don't like different things. You get mad for a shadow drop, and you're not looking at the situation where you're looking at. So, dude, I don't know what's going on with you. You got bandages all over your face and everything because after that stunt that you did earlier, just ridiculous, man. I mean, just, just, just don't buy it. I mean, if you're mad at the shadow drop, I mean, I'm not gonna be mad that you're not gonna play Halo. Just stop crying about it, man. I mean, it's ridiculous.
yeah, I'm at the breaking point. I'm done. All right, so now let's get serious. I have disregard everything I just fucking said. I have no idea what I was saying. Anyway,
I didn't forget what you're saying. I mean, I did that too, but I'm not going off a strip. This is my first time making a reaction video, and it looks like you've been doing this longer than I have. This is like the first time I've ever done this. I've been doing it for about less than 30 minutes. I'm happy I got my mic so I can do it, so I don't have to talk through this. But at the same time, come on, man, dude, let's keep on going.
anyways, this shadow drop for ODST to me, not a big deal.
I don't believe you, man, dude. I don't believe you. That you say it doesn't care, but you make this video like you do care. So I don't believe you.
Not a big deal. You see, to my knowledge, 343 never gave us a time that ODST was going to come to PC. They never gave us a time. They said September 22nd, right?
Time. Okay, so the 22nd. That's a time. It's coming out on the 22nd. I I forgot the date. Yo, I respect. Let me go back just a tad bit.
September 22nd, right?
Okay, so September 22nd. That's a time. Yeah, it's a date, but that's technically a time. So
And it was almost not even a shadow drop, right? Because for me, anyways, it came out at 11 p.m. Eastern. I mean,
you expect the game to come out on where you're at. So let me get this straight. You got the glow, and there's time zones. So you want the game to come out in a certain time zone, dude? It's just better to release the whole entire thing. It's a thing called glow. There's three type of to my knowledge, I think there's three type of time. You got the 12-hour time where everybody should be used to it. Like, hey, it's 1 o'clock p.m. It's 1 o'clock p.m. 3 o'clock p.m., 11 o'clock a.m., stuff like that. Then you got military time where it's like a 24-hour clock where it's like 1300 to make it 1 o'clock p.m., 1500 make it like 3 o'clock p.m., stuff like that. But then you got stuff that actually I should know because I do deliveries. I'm a delivery driver who is on Zulu time. Now the way of that time is everybody in the whole world is on a same time range. So technically, let's say the game come out at 12 o'clock midnight, you know, 0000 o'clock, or I'm not going to think about Zulu time. That's going to take me some time because I haven't done it like real quick. It's 12 o'clock somewhere. So technically, it's not a saddle drop. If you talk about your thing, you talk about your area, understandable. But technically, it's not a saddle drop.
So 1 hour before the 22nd. And that's what they told us. It'll come out on the 22nd. They never gave us a time. I am aware on Steam, though, I think if you checked ODST on Steam, it did say like 10 Pacific or something like that. But I never seen 343 publicly say that or tweet it out or anything like that.
you look like you've been stalking their Twitter account. And I'm not trying to get mad at you. I'm not really am. I'm just talking to you like a normal person because it seems like you get a lot of backlash. I think this video will help you out in this situation. But honestly, dude, you're mad for a whole bunch of reasons. I saw your videos and everything, and I haven't disliked your video or like your video. I kind of want to keep an open mind. I think what Griffin did was hilarious. It's funny. I like entertainment, but at the same time, I don't know what you've been talking about. So I know what you're talking about. Is this you kind of diss a lot of people, so it's crazy.
I guess that was just like a placeholder on Steam. I don't know. But with Halo 3 PC 343, they were actively telling us that it's coming out July 14th at I think it was 10 Pacific. They gave us the time. They told us that time multiple times. Just hours before they shadow dropped the game, they were telling us July 14th, 10 Pacific. And people were making plans to play the game right when it launched. They gave us the time. Some people wanted to play it right when it launched. And they shadow dropped it early. And some people would have preferred that they stuck to the original time that they told us.
Technically, if you want to get into it, they did stick to the exact time because, like I said, there's three types of time. There's the regular 12 o'clock time. Then you also have the military time, and then you got the delivery Zulu time. And if I would go by the Zulu time, technically it was released maybe a little bit later. I gotta look at what time they released it at. Or if you want to talk about time in general around the world, it's 12 o'clock somewhere. So technically they did release it on the time. You gotta be more specific. Your sentences is not on point.
But ODST, they never, to my knowledge, they never gave us a time. They just told us a day. And honestly, I kind of expected this.
Like I said, they release it on the correct time, just not in your time zone. So I'm going to be a little technical with it. I hope this get through you.
After what they did with Halo 3, so this wasn't too much of a shocker. So this wasn't a big deal to me. But I will say, going forward, it would be nice if we were told a time that a game was coming out and they stuck to the time. I will say that. It is nice to know when things are happening, so so you can plan around it.
So like I said, technically they released it. So you can't get mad at them because they released it on the exact time. Yeah, it was 11 o'clock on your side, but you realize there's different time zones. It's confusing, man. I just don't understand.
Luckily for me, I did plan around a shadow drop for ODST.
So you could plan for a shadow drop, negating all your. Is this negate your argument? You could plan for the shadow drop. So what's the point, dude?
I don't know why it is so hard to understand why people would like to know the times things are happening. I mean, I would like to know the time of any event that's happening. Like if you tell me there's a party on Saturday, I would like to know what time the party is, and I wouldn't be happy if they had the party a day early.
So you're going with a situation where it doesn't concern to a lot of people because a whole bunch of people are different. A lot of people will go in your in the example that you gave. You want to know what time the party is. Okay, fair. You want to know the time of the party. But I'm gonna be honest with you. If I plan a party and started at a certain time, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you come early, that's fine. If you come late, that's fine. I'm trying to party all night. But that's just me. You want to be there early. I mean, you want to be there on time, but sometimes that's not how life works. Maybe somebody got something planned later that day. So, excuse me, they try to work the thing around. So you gotta think of every opportunity that you can think of like that. But maybe I'm messing up in that analogy. You could grill me in the comments. That's fine. So let's just keep on going.
You know what I mean? Like, why is that so hard to understand? That people would prefer they give us a time and stick to it. I don't understand.
Because maybe they got something planned that day for it. Like I want to go ahead and take something off of Griffin Gandy. He talked about delivering a package and why that package come early, and you say it's a bad analogy. Well, I'm talking to you as a delivery driver person. Yes, I take packages and I deliver to them early. On some of the packages, people already plan ahead that say, "Hey, please deliver it to me on this day because I might be out of town or something like that." Therefore, we're not going to take it. But when I try to deliver packages, I deliver packages as early as possible because here's the thing. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. So, since I don't know what happens in the future, if I see a package that's on my route, I'm going to take it. There's some people that don't take packages for next day, but they're not going to know what's going to happen. They say, "I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait for it tomorrow." But then tomorrow they might have over 117 stock, making your package late. And I think you'd be more mad about it being late than being early. So in situations like that, people do plan for the package to come when they're on vacation. That's a thing that's in delivery. So I'm bringing your package early because I don't know what's going to happen to the next day. So you want to go ahead and bring up an analogy. That's actually what happened in the delivery thing. I mean, delivery company. We probably want to just make a delivery so we could make sure we have a smoother day the next day. There, there's always other things you could do. So for you that say you don't look into it, I'm giving you a what you call it, a possibility why people will release it early. Maybe they need the server to run, so they try and test it. There's other stuff that might happen that you're not looking into it. And you say you're a smart guy. You look at all on both sides, but you're not looking on both sides because there's not no A or B. There's C, D, E, F, all the way to Z. So just think about that part. I know I went on a rant, but that is still a possibility. All right, there you go. Maybe they shadow drop it because they want to get everything ready.
What? And you know what's happened recently that is just so funny to me is how a lot of people were upset with how Sony and Nvidia, and I believe Microsoft as well, how they handled pre-orders for the PS5, the Xbox, and the 30 series cards for Nvidia.
I want to keep it real. I wanted that RX 6900 XT so bad. I still couldn't get to it. But let's him finish what you're about to say so I could go ahead and explain to him why his analogy doesn't work.
You know, a lot of people were complaining, "Oh, they're sold out. I didn't get the pre-order. I didn't get the pre-order. I didn't know pre-orders were happening. You guys didn't tell us when they were happening." I seen a lot of talk about that. Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny? It's like people wanted to know the time that these things were happening. Weird. It's as if they weren't happy with the
Oops, my
pre-order
bad.
starting without giving a time as to when they were going to start in advance.
Okay, so you put. All right, let me straighten up real quick. All right, so that analogy right there, it doesn't work in this situation. Okay, and here's the thing. All right, you ready? You ready? I'm gonna try to make this as simple as possible so you can understand it. Like I said, I'm not getting mad at you. Maybe you're not thinking because you're trying to think on both sides, but you're not thinking about the whole thing. Yes, the pre-order is hard to get for those systems. But here's the thing. Can you download those systems? If you say yes, I'm sorry, I don't know. If you say yes and you show me a picture, that's one way. You show me a picture of the PlayStation 5 on a piece of paper, print out from the fair enough, you got me. But you cannot download a physical PlayStation 5. You cannot download a physical Xbox Series X and S. You cannot download a physical copy of the NVIDIA graphics card, the GTX 3090, 3080, 3070, 3060, stuff like that. You cannot physically download the RX 6900 XT. And I want that card so bad. But here's the thing, those are physical things. The games are digital. If I could download the 6900 XT onto my 5500 XT, there's no point of me even worrying about that. You're talking about a physical copy to a digital copy. Those gonna run out. So yes, a lot of people gonna get mad and can't get one. While you could download your game and there's a limited supply. They didn't shut the game down. A lot of people want it. So analogy that you just pulled up is just doesn't work in that situation. And because if anybody could download a PlayStation, they could. If anybody could download an Xbox, they could. If anybody could download a PC, they could. So that analogy doesn't work because there will be a lot of happy people.
And I already know what some of you are thinking. Oh, well that's not the same thing at all. That's completely different. That's not the same thing at all. Because if the pre-orders sell out, then that means you can't get your console.
Again, I make it easier. Those things are limited supply, where the Halo game is unlimited. Limited, unlimited. Limited means it's going to run out. You got a limited time to get it. Unlimited means you could get it whenever you want. There you go.
Or your graphics card. But with Halo 3,
Oh crap! I just realized it's six. We're like 6 minutes 37 seconds into the video. Oh, dude. Whew, why you make long videos, man?
if you didn't get to play it at launch, you could have still played it later. And you know, the people that think like that, the people who think I would have been mad about the ODST Shadow Drop just because I was mad about the Halo 3 Shadow Drop, y'all are the ones, like I said, that completely misinterpreted that video.
All right, you pretty much calling everybody dumb because you're telling people that they misinterpret the video. Dude, it's called English. It's how you put the words together to make sentences. And I got an analogy for you for that too when I hear it, when you try to explain it. All right? So let's just keep on going.
You watched that video and you had no idea what you were watching. You couldn't comprehend it. I feel bad for you. I really do. Because it was a pretty straightforward video and some people just didn't get it.
All right, I got a situation for you. And this happened not so long ago. Three of my coworkers was on the belt scanning packages. And the gun that we use to scan packages is fully crap. One of the guns not working, and we only have two guns. We try to find some other units to fix the gun. Then you got the manager coming over. and you say, "Hey, man, you need to go ahead and get a gun." We all heard, "Go ahead and get a gun." So we look at each other, manager walk away, still looking at each other, and you know what the person did? Went over to get the gun. Now in English, we all put together and said he needs to go ahead and get the gun. Manager came back and said, "Where's the person is?" We told him that he say, "Get the gun." He said, "No, I asked him to ask somebody for a gun." So with that whole entire situation that went down, he said out of his mouth, "Go get the gun." But he thought he maybe thought that he said, "Ask somebody for a gun." As far as language go in English, when you say "go get the gun," that means go get the gun instead of ask for a gun. So it's not our fault that you cannot put those simple words together. And we're not Professor X. We can't read what's in your mind. So the fact that you need to sit there and think about how you put words together will make it so much better, dude.
So some people say those two things are completely different, pre-ordering a console and playing Halo 3 at launch, but here's the thing that they have in common. People wanted to know the time that Halo 3 was launching. People wanted to know the time that the pre-orders were going on sale.
Again, it's a world that they could release it. It's still released on the date. It's just they're probably talking about different timelines. You're still living in the you still I'm just time zone. You still living in the time zone like everybody on the same time zone. So that means let's just talk about this. I'll try to make it easier for you. Let's say that Halo 3 ODST came out 12 o'clock your time, right? 12 o'clock. Yes, the game came out on my date. What about the whole bunch of people in that have different time zones than you? Exactly. So explain that to me.
People wanted to
Oh
play Halo
shit!
3 at launch. People wanted to pre-order
How you do
those
this,
consoles.
Griffin?
These companies didn't tell them when the pre-orders were happening. 343.
Eh, it's so different because those are physical copies, so people could go and get it. It's like the Mario physical copy. Yes, you can get it online, but there's so many people out there that I mean, yes, you can download it online, but guess what? Both the download copy and the physical copy. Actually, rewind. I get to that a little bit later.
3 didn't tell us the actual time Halo 3 was launching. And guess what? Yeah, you can play Halo 3 later. You don't have to play it at launch. You can play it later. Well, guess what? You can get your PS5, your graphics card. You can get all that later, too.
Okay. Yes, you can get it later. Yes, you. Okay. Let's make this easier. Let's take Halo 3 ODST to Super Mario um, All Star for the Switch. Guess what? I can always buy Halo anytime I want. But here's the thing: Mario, even digital and physical, is a limited time only. So that means if you didn't download the game at a certain time and you didn't buy the game physically in no time, for collectors, the price of that game is going to skyrocket because there's no more copies. Even the Switches that have that copy and hold on to it, going to go up in price because here's the thing: limited time is not going to be there anymore. So you got this limited time for a game, and you got this all unlimited time for a game. So there you go.
You can get all that later as well. So, like, people will people will try to make it out that those two things are completely unrelatable,
It is
but they point to the most irrelevant shit. Like, oh no, that's not the same thing because that's a console and that's a game.
downloadable game. It is irrelevant.
Completely missing the point.
No point missing. We understand what you're saying. It's just dumb.
Oh, what's the big deal about playing Halo 3 at launch? It's the same game. People plan to play games at launch. Maybe with their friends, like a launch party. Oh, Halo 3 is coming out at 2 p.m. tomorrow? All right, cool. Let's all get on at 2 p.m. I'm going to go to sleep, right?
All right. Let's say the game came out. Okay. Let me put another scenario in your mind. Let's say that you did had that time that came out and the game came out that time and you're ready to play with your friends. What happened if your friends say, sorry, I can't make it? Are you gonna get mad at them too? But we planned it. Yeah, I got something. I just can't do it. But we planned it. We planned to play it opening night. Man, maybe later. No, we dude, that's the same argument. You're not thinking outside the box. You're still so into your box that you cannot think of more than A and B. You're trying to think of outside for A and B, but there's no A or B. There's C, D, E, F, G, so on and so forth.
So I'm well rested and we can all play when the game launches the next day, right? So you go to sleep and then it shadow drops. Your friends are still up. Oh shit! Hey, let's play this game. And
So if you're up and your friends say, "Hey, we can't make it," and you play it by yourself, so pretty much that still defeats the argument of what you're talking about.
you're sleeping and all your buddies are playing it without you. Maybe they play through the night. You wake up the next day. They've already played. They're tired. They go to sleep, and it's like, oh, I missed it. Like, I'm not saying this is a huge deal. I'm not saying this is the.
Dude, I want to keep it like this, man. The body language, you say it's not a big deal, but your body language is not telling the truth. Because actions speak louder than words. Now, slick side note, I know American Sign Language. I took that in high school. I took that. One thing I love about American Sign Language is not only you got to know the sign, you got to know the body language too. So if somebody tell you something one way, but their body language show a different way, then that's not going to put together. So how you show your body language is showing that you're very mad. So I can't believe you saying you're not mad. Your body language, you turning red, hitting tables and stuff, all that stuff, and you still mad at Griffin Gaming because people saying that you're wrong, you're mad. You want to say that you're not mad, but your body language saying it's mad.
The end of the world. People are acting like I'm saying that. Like, oh my God, you're so privileged if you think this is a bad thing. I'm not saying this is such a big thing. Like, I'm not saying that at all.
You're making it into a big thing. Let me see. We're not even halfway done. You make a lot of videos. You don't get to points really quick. So a lot of people not gonna watch your video. I'm watching it real time, and it's long, man. You gotta learn how to speak a little bit shorter. I'm making videos yet. My videos are like that I made. The longest video I made is 13 minutes on my channel, and I'm not trying to be big. This is, dude, your videos are freaking long. You put too much points. You don't get to your point in like a minute or four. And this is ridiculous. It's killing me, man. I got off work. I'm tired. I want to make a video. And I want to test out my new mic. So come on, man.
You guys inferred that from my video, but it's not true. So it really makes absolutely no sense how people can't comprehend that some people would be frustrated with the early release. I mean, it's so obvious why not everyone would be happy with it, but people just don't get it. So anyway.
We get it. It's just you're too dense. Because I'm gonna bring this up. Let's say it did came out on the day of release and you and your friends have it, but your friends like saying sorry I can't play. So what are you gonna do? Be mad at the game or you gonna be mad at your friends? You can't have them both.
Halo 3 ODST. It shadow dropped. Technically, it only shadow dropped an hour early for me. It dropped.
It didn't shadow drop. I'm going by this. It didn't shadow drop because it's 12 o'clock somewhere.
1 hour before the day they said it was going to come out. And they never had even given us a time. So definitely not the same thing as giving us a time, a date and a time,
12 o'clock somewhere.
and then shadow dropping it like, what, 12 hours early? Something like that? So
12 o'clock somewhere.
I wasn't upset that Halo 3 ODST released early. Some people were. I understand that. But I wasn't personally. And you know, like, I seen this with Halo 3's launch, and I seen it again before ODST dropped. There's people on Twitter tweeting out, asking, hey, when's ODST coming out? When's the update dropping? When was Halo 3 coming out? What time is it? What time is it dropping? People are asking this because some of them want to play it right at launch. They want to.
You know what's funny? And I'm going to go back to when I played Halo back then. I was so happy I was on the East Coast because in my mind, I get to play the game before people like in Texas, in California, get my little training game going on. And this was Halo Reach. To me, I think it's one of the best Halo games out there. Agree, disagree with me. Fair enough. I like to hear your criticism. And I want to keep it real. I thought I had the advantage because I lived on the East Coast. So that means the game came out before the people on the South Side, and they could be mad about that saddle drop. It depends on where you stay. So 12 hours, hour, it's still 12 o'clock midnight somewhere. That's the whole point I'm going to bring to you. Is 12 o'clock somewhere.
Want to go live, stream it, and play with their buddies right when it comes out. Right, so they're preparing. They're hey, what time's it coming out? I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna make sure I'm up before that time, right? But they shadow drop it.
Dude, when I have plans with my friends and I'm tired, I'm going to tell them like, yo, man, I can't come to the games because I'm going to be knocked out. You know what they say? Okay, that's fine. Shadow, shadow drop, anything, whatever, dude. It's 12 o'clock somewhere, dude. You're. I feel like your mind is not that huge because you're not even thinking about all the other outcomes. Maybe they got something planned. Maybe they say they want to try out the servers. So you got to think about other things. It's not just A and B. There's more letters in the alphabet.
And some people who wanted to play it at launch, they're not available to play it. They might be sleeping. They might be doing something else now.
I'm halfway done with your video, dude. This is boring, man. I want to give you my honest opinion, but I'm not gonna go ahead and say I haven't watched your whole video. I'm gonna be real with you. You don't get to your point quick. I'm sitting here trying to do a reaction to you, and I'm just bored. I'm not gonna leave because I want to keep it real. You're not getting to points pretty well, and how you explain stuff is ridiculous.
Again, not saying it's the end of the world, but it's a reason that some people would be frustrated. And I know for a fact that there were some people who were sleeping when Halo 3 dropped. They wanted to play Halo 3 right at launch, and they were planning to do that with the time 343 gave us, but they dropped it early. Those people were sleeping or doing something else, and they didn't get to play it right at launch like they wanted to.
What about the people in Australia? They're like literally a day ahead of us. So the fact that they got the game late and you don't see them getting mad, that's a thought that you can think of. Because you're thinking about where you're at. You're not thinking about the whole world.
And you know, another reason that it's nice if 343 gives us the time and sticks to it for these releases is so we can look at the population numbers, see what the game hits. I mean, is that such a big deal knowing what the population got up to? No, I guess not, but
Then that's good for a shadow drop because everybody can play the game at the same time. So what's your point? That's good about the shadow drop, so you can know how many people playing. You just disprove your whole entire point about why you hate shadow drop. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about what I grew up on, Halo Reach, it was released at 12 o'clock midnight everywhere. So that means if I was in Texas or in the Midwest, stuff like that, the game, the people that lived on the East Coast, have been playing the game for 1 hour before I got it. So you gotta think about that. It was a good thing.
It's nice to see, but when you tell us a game is going to release at one time and you release it at another, or you don't give us a time at all, then you're not actually hitting that peak population.
They hit the peak population because of the shadow drop, dude. Because if that's the case, you gotta think about 12 o'clock here, 12 o'clock here, 12 o'clock here. Dude, how can you not get that point right there? You say you thought of every opportunity, but yet you're thinking A and B, not C, D, E, F, all the way to Z.
And you could say, oh, they don't want to overload the servers or something like that. Come on, bro. You know, we're talking about some old ass games. Like if there's a problem with overloading the servers for these really old games, like then that's a whole separate problem.
It could happen, man. You can't tell. It could happen. You know, something probably could have happened. Something you're not you're thinking about the simple thing. You're not thinking about, hey, look at Discord, the one that you was looking at Griffin Gaming Discord. The bots go down. So there's always something that go on because you don't think that bots are in his server. There's bots that control the server, his server, his Discord, but yet his bot go down. Technical difficulties happen. So I just don't understand why are you getting mad about this.
You're not going to have fucking 700,000 trying to play Halo 3 on PC right at launch. That's just not going to happen. And
How do you know this? Where's your evidence? Because you say a whole bunch of stuff and you don't back up evidence. Dude, I don't believe anything until I see evidence, man. So until you show me evidence, I'm not gonna believe you.
and also, I do think it's kind of weird how like the official Halo Twitter will tweet out, "Oh, Halo 3 is dropping tomorrow," or "It's dropping, ODST is dropping tomorrow," like just a couple hours before they shadow drop it. I do find that kind of fucking weird. It's as if you're
It's not weird. You want to make sure their server's good. You're not thinking about on their side. You're thinking about the consumer. You're thinking about the consumer. You're not thinking about the business. They want to make sure they want to make sure that their product is working. They don't want to be like holding back the game. They want the game to be released. They want to make sure everything is right. They want to make sure the online is right. Dude, maybe that's a case. You're not. I'm looking at your picture, so sorry because you're right there. You're not thinking about that situation. There always might stuff might happen. So you're looking. You're not. To me, a lot of people say you're looking into it too deep. I feel like you're not looking into it deep enough. I mean, not even deep enough. You're thinking about the consumer side, and you're not thinking about the seller side. So maybe they need to fix our server. Maybe something happened. Dude, we don't want another Master Chief collection happening.
deterring people from playing it that night. Oh yeah, it's coming out tomorrow, guys. Just moments before you shadow drop it. I don't like what. I don't really. That's just weird.
12 o'clock somewhere, dude. I want to keep on repeating that.
To me. I don't know. So yeah, that's how I felt about the Halo 3 ODST shadow drop. Wasn't a big deal to me, and I enjoyed playing it the other night. But before I go, there's one more thing that I want to address.
Dude, I'm at 12 minutes, 25 seconds when you say that. You have literally less than 10 minutes to get rid of this, dude. How do you get through this? Why? Do you make a script? Do you do anything like this, man? No wonder. You make long videos and you don't even watch people long videos, dude. That's kind of hypocritical, man. I'm sitting here watching your whole video. I got like less than 10 minutes left, man. This is boring, man. You don't get what you don't get it, but you you're mad at the shadow drop. You gotta be Pacific because it's 12 o'clock somewhere. All right, you don't think about the seller, dude. This video might be long, man. I don't know. I'm trying this real quick. I want to try out my mic and I want to try how I'm working on reacting to people. So
and I'm not going to explain this again. If this is going to be one of those things, if you know, you know.
Ooh, this is wrong.
But if you recall, in my Halo 3 rant video about them dropping the game early, I did make an analogy about a cruise, right? And if some of you might not know what the fuck I'm talking about, but if you've seen that video and my follow-up videos, then you know about the cruise analogy. And I'm not going to explain the analogy again. Like I said, I know.
I got a feeling that you're going to explain the analogy. So I'll pause it right here so I could try to explain to you that yes, I saw a crew analogy. We're not Professor X. We can't read minds. We're not at that level at all. Alright? You need to use English language because when you say cruise and boarding, I want to be honest with you. I'd be happy about boarding because it's telling me to get on the ship early. Oh, so you say I could go ahead, get on the ship, get my room set up, and go to sleep? Dude, I'm with that. But I know what you're gonna say. I saw the video already. I'm just trying to watch it with my viewers. I'm just trying to, get with it.
Many of you heard the analogy, but I'm sure there's some of you that aren't going to know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. Anyways, obviously a lot of people were saying that's a bad analogy. Some people understood it, but there were many saying, oh, that's a terrible analogy. Not the same thing at all.
It was.
It's such a bad analogy.
It was.
And it wasn't. It was a proper analogy. It was fine. Could there have been a better analogy? Sure. I just thought that off the top, and
it was a bad analogy because when you say departure, a lot of people will love that. Dude, I got a feeling if I try to deliver a package to you, you get mad if it was early, dude. That's stupid, man.
worked. That analogy was fine. Listen, when I said the cruise line changed the boarding time to like 12 hours earlier, I was implying that the departure time was earlier as well, right? I thought that was implied, right? I thought people...
Because you've never been on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise, but I know many people been on a cruise. You don't know what you're talking about. You want people to know what you're thinking about, but you're not putting it down to where English works with you. You feel like you're the smartest cat in the world. I'm going back to my New York words. Forget about it. You think you're the smartest cat in the world. This video is boring. You need to understand that the words that you say is very, very, very confusing, man. Just because you think that we assume, no, we don't assume. Talk to the people and explain how you use your words. We don't assume. When you say departure on a cruise, we love to go on there, dude. Get on the cruise, get ourselves situated. Because here's the thing: the cruise think that would be a great idea, so they get people set up on the ship so they can leave on time. Don't make us assume, man, because now you want to call us idiots while we looking at you like you're an idiot.
People can make that very simple connection.
No,
but apparently they couldn't. I was thinking too highly of people, apparently. I was saying, oh, the cruise line, they changed the boarding time and made it like 12 hours earlier. Now...
I know I'm going to say this. I messed up. It was supposed to be boarding time. So all that sentences I said, and I say he used the wrong words. I would admit, I messed up. At least I admit I messed up. Alright, this is my first time doing this, so I do mess up. And that wasn't no excuse. So you want people to board on the ship and say, oh, we're boarding. That's a good thing because I can get ready before the ship leaves. So, yeah.
That family going on the cruise, they have to rush to the terminal to board the ship. Well, why the fuck would they have to rush to the terminal if the departure time was the same?
Because they get ready for the boarding time before they even leave for the departure time. That's the whole point of a boarding time. It's like this. Your analogy, I'm going to use your analogy into a flight analogy because I did been on a plane. I'm sorry I'm looking up because I did been on a plane. This video boring. I've been on a plane. All right. So this is what your analogy is. All right. And this is I want to make this analogy real quick. And this is the exact same analogy that you use. We get to a airport. We're there on time. All right, everybody get on the plane. Um, it's the boarding and departing. It's boarding and departing. Guess what? Plane leave. That's how your analogy sounds. So you telling me that people want an instant transmission all the way to the plane so they can fly because they put the boarding and departing together? No, they always going to board people first and then they're going to depart. All right, that's what boarding time means and departing time is.
Why, if the departure time was the same, why would they have to rush to the terminal? Like, duh, like you couldn't
Because you gotta load the people up first before you depart.
make that connection. Oh, the departure time must be
There's no connection. You messed up. Take the L of the year.
earlier as well. And why would they change the boarding time to 12 hours earlier and have the departure time the same? So
Because you can't do that. Because boarding time, you get the people on there. And then departing is when you leave.
what? Somebody can board the ship right away and sit on it for 12 fucking hours before
On a real note, I will enjoy that. I get to sleep for 12 hours.
it leaves?
I would do that because I will be asleep. You telling me I could get on the ship for 12 hours, relax, get some food, sleep, and be with like someone I love? Yeah, I would love to do that. I'll sit on the ship.
What? How? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it does. Me not first in line. You don't make no sense.
That's what you thought I was saying? Like,
I'm gonna be real with you. I'll sit on the ship. You know, if I got a board 12 hours before the departure, I'll sit on the ship.
what? No, I said they changed the boarding time to 12 hours earlier. Now the family has to rush to the terminal to board the ship before
Is the ship leaving while the family rushing?
it departs, implying that the ship was going to depart earlier. That's what I was saying. And I was saying because they changed that time and made it earlier, that was an inconvenience for the family, which leads them to be frustrated.
Not inconvenience for me.
Kind of like shadow dropping Halo 3 PC early was frustrating to people who wanted to play it right at launch.
You know the reason why I'm not looking at the camera, and I really tried, because this cat is so boring. Like he made this 22-minute long video, and I'm already like sick and tired of hearing his voice. Unfortunately, we got several more minutes, so we're gonna try to get through this. I'm gonna let his whole entire video play, so he don't get no wrong idea. Dude, this is how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to watch the whole video. I'm listening to you, but it's just like you're just boring, man.
It's a proper analogy. But you had a lot of people saying, oh, well, if they made the boarding time earlier, well, then you just got more time to board the ship. Yeah,
Correct.
if they made it 12 hours earlier, you have an extra 12 hours to board the ship, because that totally makes sense to
It does.
extend the boarding time 12 hours and not have it depart early as well. Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, let's just have people board the ship, sit on it for 12 fucking hours. I mean, for no fucking reason.
So you tell me I could go ahead, get on the ship 12 hours before the departure, get ready, get my stuff unpacked, get get stuff ready, chill with some people on there, mingle, have some conversation with my girl and everything, having some fun. So you telling me that I have 12 hours left when I get on and do all that? Dude, that sounds like fun.
And then depart depart at the same time. Yep, makes a ton of sense. Like that's the fact that that's how so many people comprehended that is incredibly sad. Like if I told you that.
You're sad because you're thinking that the boarding time is the same thing as a departure time. You're very confused, sir.
Yes, if I told you, one time, let's say I was in high school, right? I said one morning I was frustrated. I was pissed off because the school bus came, 20 minutes early, and I missed the bus. Would you people be saying, "Oh well, why are you frustrated about that?"
That school bus driver will be fired. And plus, he or she already have a schedule to work because that's their job. They're not going to lose their job because they got responsibility of kids. So that analogy is another wrong analogy because his job is on the line. He's not going to wait on kids.
It came 20 minutes early. That means you have 20 extra minutes to board the bus.
He's not going to wait for every kid on every bus stop for 20 minutes. He'll run the case of getting fired because he made the kids late. Here's the thing: kids get on the bus, kids miss the bus. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing: if you're there on time, the bus going to be there on time too, unless some, you know, technical difficulty happens. They're not going to leave early.
You mean you wouldn't be able to make the connection that if the school bus came 20 minutes early, it probably departed early as well?
I would just go home, call my mom, saying I don't know why I saw the bus, and my mom will probably go be like, "All right, cool, I gotta take you to school." Then we all gonna see while we at school at the same time. They'll talk to the driver and they'll fire him. So here's the thing: you're thinking about two ideas. I'm thinking outside of those two ideas. You're not very intelligent in this situation. Hmm. Why can I not hear him? Oh, my bad, everybody. I gotta unmute.
Bus, it's not going to come 20 minutes early and then sit at that bus stop for 20.
This voice scared me. You gotta turn up the volume. Oh, sorry.
Fucking minutes. That doesn't even make any fucking sense.
He'll
But
get
with the
fired
cruise, when I said, "Oh, the boarding time is early," you guys thought that the depart time was the same.
for a dude that say don't even think about, don't look too deep inside of it. You're thinking way deeper than we would have thought. We're we're thinking about cool. It's early. That's fine. You talk about the school thing. All right, the person will get fired. We not thinking deep. You're thinking deep because you want to be right. And sometimes it's not all about being right. It's about taking those L's. So let me go ahead and cut your L out of wood, send it to you so you can hold on to it.
As well. I mean, and even after I explained myself, people still had a problem with the analogy. It just makes absolutely no sense. I guess some people said, "Oh, well, if you miss the cruise ship, you don't board it, then you miss the cruise. You can't go on the cruise." But
Exactly. Because here's the thing: a cruise is not downloadable, but Halo is.
if you miss Halo 3 at launch, you can play it later. Well, you can always go on a cruise at another time as well.
Yeah, let me go ahead and spend another. Okay, so let me go ahead and spend another $800 to go on a cruise. So I already spent $1,600 on it while you could buy the game and download it anytime you want as long as it's up.
Just like Halo 3, you could have played it at another time. It was a fine analogy. But God,
It was a horrible analogy, dude. You messed up. Take the L of the century.
damn, man. Like, I don't know how people weren't getting that. And, some people would tell me, dude, you should let that analogy go. Just let that one go, man. No, I'm not going to let that go. It was a proper analogy. It worked.
Man, you're the type of dude that if a job gave you a surprise party early for your birthday because your birthday was on a Saturday and you went to work Friday, surprise, you look like you might put in an HR report, dude.
I mean, if you really want to look into it so much and you really want to pick out all the differences between the two, I mean, go right ahead. You just look like a moron doing it, but the principle was the same. I was implying.
Dude, it's a dumb analogy. The delivery one was a better analogy because I'm a delivery driver. And I rather deliver package early because I don't know what's going to happen the next day. I'm planning like you should plan. If it comes out early, just play it because if your friends can't play on the same day as y'all got stuff planned, it look like you can get mad at your friends too. If you're his friend, be careful with this cat, man. I'm telling you as because I can see it.
Implying that the departure time was changed and made earlier as well as the boarding time, right? I thought people could make that very simple connection, but now going forward, I know that many people can't. Like again, if a school bus comes to the bus stop early, the boarding time to board, the bus is early. That doesn't mean that the departure time is going to stay the same.
Departure time is always going to be late because that's a business. If they're going to let people load onto their cruise early so they can leave on time. If a bus, if a school bus come 20 minutes early and wait, that's on the bus driver fault. That drunk bus driver should get fired. You're not thinking about the other other things. They release the game, technically shadow drop because it's 12 o'clock somewhere, so they could get everything situated.
If the school bus comes early, they board early and it departs early. Again, that's enough about the cruising. I'm sorry. I people just
For the person that said they're not going to explain it, you sure explain it.
didn't get it, and it blows my mind. And lastly, and I still get this today. People keep telling me, "Come on, man, just take the L. Just take."
I just realized something. He said one more thing, and lastly, a lot, dude. No wonder your videos is long because you try to put on stuff at the last second.
Take the L and move on. Take the L. How can I take the L when there's no L to take?
Dude, dude, just take all the L's, man. You messed up, man. You sound like a entitled person. And let me give you a definition because apparently you understand that there's more than one definition. Entitled means you want stuff your way. You don't want the shadow drop. You're mad that they shadow drop, but you sound like a little entitled kid saying, "I want it on the release date," and you sound like you're crying. You might not say you're not crying, but your whole entire body language saying that you're crying. And I'm at 18 minutes, close to 19. You make long videos, dude.
When I backed up my argument, when I was like factually right about some of the things I said, like people were actually.
What was you right about, man? What was you right about, man? Because you was not right, dude. You're mad at 343 for some reason. You probably got some beef with them. I don't know why. They did something good. Technically, shadow drop, but it's 12 o'clock somewhere on both games, dude. Get off your high horse. Sit down. Think of all the opportunities of what they probably did. They probably wanted to make sure all this stuff is good. The, excuse me. Just because they're old game doesn't mean they want to fix. They doesn't mean they want to make sure stuff is tweaked. Remember Halo Master Chief Edition? Yeah.
Really frustrated with the early release. Like that's a fact. That is a fact. But you know,
Show me evidence. That's a claim. Show me evidence. That's a claim.
the people that keep telling me take the L, take the L, they want me to accept defeat. You know, these are the people that need to take the L, right? They just partook in this mob mentality.
Not mob mentality. We have the freedom of speech to do whatever we want. We have the freedom to do whatever we want. You know, I'm not going to harass anybody. But when somebody's wrong, I want to go ahead and point it out. If I'm wrong, point it out for me too. Because we can have a conversation. We can sit down so we can explain ideas. But it looked like you're so salty about what happened that you think that you're getting clout for whatever you're doing. I mean, you get clout, that's fine, but it's for the bad reason. Nobody don't everybody I would say 90% of the people think that you're wrong. You're not taking criticism that well. So sit down, kick back, and realize what you're talking about. If you ever see this video, please watch it because this video probably over an hour. I would expect to be doing it for over an hour.
Hate train on that video. You know, these people, they saw all the dislikes on the video. They saw what people were saying in the comments, and they just joined right in like the little sheep they are.
I didn't dislike your video. I didn't even like it. I'm watching it right now. I'm not this. I'm not disliking bomb your video. People think that you're saying stuff that doesn't make sense. That's why they're disliking it. Nobody not harassing you, dude. They're just speaking their voice. And I'm gonna say this though. I gotta give you respect. You always reply and not falsely flag people. You know, you got some people out there that will falsely flag people. So, I gotta give you props on that part. Making response videos and stuff. That take guts. I give you that.
But they just can't handle that I won't accept defeat on this, that I want to come out and admit that I had a bad take, because I didn't have a bad take. They can't handle that their Lord and Savior, Griffin Gaming, put a video out about me and I completely dismantled it. And
You didn't dismantle anything. You're stuck in your ways. You're stubborn. You're just a stubborn type of cat. You need to realize that maybe the stuff you say is not the greatest thing in the world.
Griffin, he did eventually put out a response to my response, and I didn't even watch that whole video. I watched.
Okay, you didn't watch the video. I can't get mad about that. But you don't get the right to talk to people who don't watch your whole video. You don't get the right to say that. I watched your whole video right now because I want to give you the respect so I can hear your whole entire argument. But if you say you didn't watch my video, your whole entire argument go out the window. So yeah, I wanna if you ever respond to me and you say you haven't watched my whole entire video, I'm gonna say to you, what's even the point of responding to you if you're not gonna watch the whole video? I respond to you watching the whole video, and you're not gonna respond to me watching the whole video, dude. That's completely trash, dude. If as soon as I hear that, dude, and you didn't watch the whole video, I'm super sus about you.
Like, I don't know, like 5-10% of it or something like that. He said, you know, the parts I skipped to in the video, he was saying a lot of stupid shit. And I do remember in the beginning of that video, in the beginning of that video, I did hear him say something where he was accusing me of having watched his video before I reacted to it. Because in my initial video reacting to his, I was saying, I said that I hadn't seen the video yet. I was watching it for the first time as I was recording.
Then you should have watched the whole video before you even record. So that's on you.
Which was the truth. But Griffin was like, oh no, you're going to see later on in the video, it'll prove that he watched my video before. I guess because I predicted that he was going to say something.
Gonna be honest with you, I saw that. And you don't predict nothing. Give me evidence that you could predict stuff. I got a feeling that you watched the video. And matter of fact, why don't you just do it in live so we can see you try to predict what you're about to say? Because I don't believe a single word you say. You don't watch. I got a feeling you watch the video. You just don't want to admit it.
Before he actually said it. Yeah, that's just because you're predictable. A lot of you guys are very predictable. You all say the same shit. So
I don't know you, and you don't know me. Predict the next word that I'm about to say, since I'm so predictable. And it's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
yeah, and I did not watch that video before I recorded it. So the fact that so many people were saying that just confirms how brain dead some of these people are. Like some of the shit you guys say, I know for a fact is wrong. You
For people that say, I know for a fact is wrong, I'll give you that. But you do say the same thing. In order for people to tell me that's facts, they gotta bring evidence. Then I need them to say that they was wrong in that situation. Because I'm not gonna say facts. I'm gonna say opinion stuff, but I'm not gonna say facts. I will agree with you on that one. But you do the same thing.
were you're actually wrong. All the people saying I watched the video before.
If that's the case, ask them for evidence. Like right now, I'm watching your video right now with my face, so you see me reacting to your video. So at the end, this video is two 22 minutes and 1 second. I've added a lot of commentary on it, and I'm at 20 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm watching the whole thing through the end. So guess what? I'm watching this whole video in facts. All right, and check this out. I saw this whole video. I saw it earlier. Wanted to play something in the background, and then I'm rewatching it again so I can pay attention. So there you go. If you want this for the facts, you can see this.
You're actually wrong. I know that. I know that for a fact.
Dude, you just contradict yourself. I'm going to rewind this. So,
Griffin, he did eventually put out a response to my response, and I didn't even watch that whole video. I watched like 5-10% of it.
So, you're a liar. You're a liar. Everything you say after this is negated. I cannot believe this. Everything you say right now is negated, man. You know what? I was testing this out. I hope that I did this right because I'm doing this on OBS. I'm about to put this on OBS. No edits or anything. I'm still learning. So let's go. I'm testing my mic out. Is I don't know how it sounds.
Or something like that. He said, the parts I skipped to in the video, he was saying a lot of stupid shit. And I do remember in the beginning of that video, in the beginning of that video, I did hear him say something where he was accusing me of having watched his video before I reacted to it. Because in my initial video reacting to his, I was saying, I said that I hadn't seen the video yet. I was watching it for the first time as I was recording, which was the truth. Was the truth. But Griffin was like, oh, no.
Whatever you say right now, I need evidence. I don't believe what you're saying. I don't believe what you're saying. I need evidence. I need receipts. Because you cannot tell me. Because you say you skip it. But you say you watched it. What is it? I need my evidence now. You just made a claim. Now I need my evidence.
You're going to see later on in the video, it'll prove that he watched my video before. I guess because I predicted that he was going to say something before he actually said it. Yeah, that's just because you're predictable. A lot of you guys are very predictable. You all say the same.
Now, you're saying that we're predictable because we're saying the same thing. And I'm going to ask you another question of the same question. What am I going to say next? Mustang.
Shit. So, Yeah, and I did not watch that video before I recorded it. So the fact that so many people were
Evidence,
saying
please.
that
I
just
need receipts.
confirms how brain dead some of these people are. Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you're brain dead. All right, I think you're brain dead. You just made a claim. You say you don't watch videos, but you made a claim that you watched the whole, that you didn't make the video. I mean, you didn't watch it before that, but you say you watched about 5, 10%. That technically say you watched some of it. So that means you made a claim. I need evidence. Everything you say don't mean nothing unless you give me evidence.
some of the shit you guys say, I know for a fact is wrong.
And you said that, and I just rewind from that. When you say you is a fact that is wrong. So let's keep on going.
You're actually wrong. All the people saying I watched the video before. You're actually wrong. I know
Give me evidence if that's the case.
that. I know that for a fact.
First thing first, I need evidence. Second thing, you made a claim. So with the claim, give me evidence. Because if you can't give me no evidence, I don't believe it.
So yeah. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. That's how I felt about the Halo 3 ODST Shadow Drop. Wasn't a big deal to me. They never gave us a time, and they really.
It's 12 o'clock somewhere, dude. So that means it wasn't really a shadow drop.
Only Shadow dropped it an hour early. It was because it came out at 11 p.m.
11 p.m. Okay, 11 p.m. wherever you stay at. But think about the time before that. It's 12 o'clock somewhere.
EST for me, and that's 1 hour before the 22nd. Going forward, I would love to know the dates and times things are happening, not just with video games,
Well, they're a business. They can do whatever they want. That's why I don't care.
but with anything. I think that's kind of normal. I think a lot of people could relate to that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one. And real quick, yes, real quick, if you're watching this video right as I uploaded it, I am live right now, streaming on Twitch. The link to that is in the description. If you're watching this video like a day or even later than that.
Dude, you're kidding me. You literally sat there. You edit a lot. Okay, you say you was live, but dude, you literally spaced out. This is the reason why people say make your videos shorter. It's 21 minutes and 45 seconds. I'm almost at the 22-minute mark. I'm going through the whole video because unlike you, I'm watching the whole thing.
Then I'm probably no longer live, or maybe I am, who knows. But yeah, if you're watching this just right after I uploaded it, I am live, just in case any of you care. If not, then whatever, that's fine. Yeah, see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.
Okay. All right. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not going through that again. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. Oh, jeez. I hit over an hour. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yo, dude. Bring Caleb back. Dude, you're ridiculous, man. I hope this video went smooth. This is my first time doing this on OBS. I'm trying to do the best I can to. Whew, I'm tired because of this cat. Yo, dude, you take forever for a video. I sat there. I had to do the whole thing. So bring Caleb back. Please watch this video. I watched your whole video about this. So I need you to watch this video. Just listen to what I say, please. I'm begging you. I haven't even been mad, but you made some claims that you had to back up with evidence. So I need you to completely prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I watched a video from the beginning to the end, even with your what you call it. So I just can't believe that. That was ridiculous. Ah, dude, your that was so boring, man. That's my first reaction. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. If you have any opinions, any criticism, I'll take the criticism. That's just going to make me better. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please watch me, dude, because I have some criticism for you. All right. Thank you very much. Have yourself a great day.